Hey team, Alex here. Hey, thanks again for joining me, and we're going to be going into the second edition of the top high school athletes in the 2023 class. And if you missed last week, you can go back and check it out. Feel free to do that after this video, but we went over the top left-handed pitcher, the top right-handed pitcher, and the top two catchers in the 2023 class. And again, the point for me to do this is so you can see the best work, and hopefully you can take away to improve your game. Things that they do well, maybe it's mechanically, maybe it's actions, whatever it may be. Hopefully there's something that you can take away and that you can observe here, or something that I say or a scouting report that you see that you can, again, take away to improve your game or at least just motivate you. So if you get anything from this video, please smash that like button, that thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I put out a weekly video on things, how we can improve ourselves on and off the field, but also about recruiting to help you get to the next level. All right, let's hop into it here. So Nolan Stevens, we're going to start with first base here, and he is the top rated first baseman in the country in the 2023 class. He's rated number 1 by Perfect Game, rated number 1 by PBR, and really he's a two-way guy. So I'm going to start out with his swing here. It is in a very aggressive swing. So first off, he is a physical specimen here. He's 6'3", 210 pounds. I believe he's 16 years old or 17 years old. I think he might have just turned 17. But he is a big boy for that age, 6'3", 210. He is uncommitted. He's out of California in Franklin High School, and again, he's a two-way guy that's going to be able to pitch and hit at the next level. He's a 7'2" runner, and hey, not too bad for a first baseman. Of course, we want to get as low as we possibly can. The average high school runner is around a 7'4", so we definitely want to aim to go below that. But as a first baseman, honestly, you're not expected to move that well. Again, not to say that you shouldn't be working on your athleticism and you running and explosiveness. Yes, do that. But again, if you're a primary first baseman, you're meant to hit. You want to hit, okay? And as I mentioned, he is a potential two-way guy. He's 90 off the mound. His exit velocity is 98. Very aggressive swing, as we saw. Let's take a look at him pitching here as well. Very good arm action. Good deception there. You see he's kind of turns that hip towards you. Hard to see the ball. Good breaking ball there. So he's just consistent on the mound with good arm action. So he's 87 to 91, topped out at 93 miles an hour. But they really like him with the left-handed bat. There's times where he can be overly aggressive with his swing, where he can kind of put himself in a hole. Once he learns how to, if he can control his swing even more and be smooth with it, not be overly aggressive and almost out of control, he's going to get even that much better. Once he figures that out, he is going to be lethal there. So Nolan Stevens, the number 1 rated first baseman in the country in the 2023 class out of California. Let's get into AIDAN Miller. He is probably one of the highest profile power guys in the 2023 class. So he's rated as the number 1 third baseman by Perfect Game and by PBR. He's 6'2", 195 pounds, out of J.W. Mitchell High School in Florida. He is committed to Arkansas. Bats right, throws right, runs a 6.88 60. I think I believe he's the fastest he's been clocked out. For a big fella at third base, that is good. That is moving. And he's also, by the way, just 95 off the mound. But again, they really like him at third base in his bat because, again, his power potential is probably one of the highest in the class. He has 103 exit velocity. And, guys, that is great and all. You can have 103, but if you can't hit consistently off good pitching, it doesn't really matter. AIDAN can do that. He has really good body control. Let's take a look at his swing here. Body control with the bat, but also on the field. We'll see that in here in a minute. Just really good control, but just very explosive. He's compact. If I'm gonna pause this for a second. So if you watch this, everything just works together really well. From his lower half to his top half, his bat speed is explosive. Again, let's just watch this again. It's smooth, but you see that ball fly off the bat, and this is why it's so attractive to these scouts here. And really, really does a good job. And again, he's consistent with on the field. This is him fielding here. So he's definitely a third base, even body type. He's thick. Good athleticism. He's not going to be the smoothest guy, but they're not expecting him to be the smoothest guy as a third baseman. Just quick reaction, quick first step. Again, for his body size, he moves really, really well. So Aidan Miller, the number 1 rated third baseman. I think he's top 5 overall by perfect game and PBR, as well as players in the country. Dylan CUPP, one of my favorite guys in this class, not because he's very flashy at all, just because of how smooth he is. I think he's going to be a really good player. He reminds me of a Swanson, shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, and I even say Jeterish. He's Jeterish with his bat, and you'll see what I mean by that. So he's the number 1 rated shortstop in perfect game and number 2 PBR as well. And or I might have that flipped, honestly. It might be number 2 rated as far as perfect game and number 1 PBR. But either way, he's overall, if you average all of the ratings out, he would be number 1 overall. But he's 6'2", 185 pounds, out of Cedartown High School in Georgia. Committed to Mississippi State. Bats right, throws right. 6'9", 160. Again, nothing crazy. They're kind of expected to run that. He's 9-1 across the diamond, 98 exit velocity, and this is where he gets super smooth. So let's take a look at his swing. Super smooth with his swing, but also with his glove, which we'll see here in a minute. Quick hands with his bat. Uses the field, all fields. Seen him hit to all fields, right field down the line. He's a line-to-line guy, meaning he'll hit to the right field, left field line. Keeps his hands really inside the ball. This is where he gets Jeterish. Does a really good job. Body type's kind of Jeterish too. Kind of long and lanky. He's not going to be a crazy power guy. He's going to hit for average. He's going to hit a lot of doubles. And he's going to run into the ball every once in a while. But let's look at him fielding right. So as a shortstop, you got to be able to field. You got to have good range. You got to have good lateral movement. Be able to go get the ball. So he's just super smooth. You can just see from his feet and his hands how smooth and athletic they are here. This is something that you guys can work on as far as your athleticism with your feet and your hands. Practice doing dynamic movements and skill drills. Very, very athletic here. You can see smooth, very smooth. All right, let's get into the number 1 overall player in the 2023 class. So number 1 overall from pitchers, middle infielders, catchers, corners, outfielders. Number 1 overall. And, of course, he's the number 1 rated outfielder by perfect game, PBR. And, again, number 1 overall. This is Maxwell Clark. He is out of Franklin High School in Indiana, committed to Vanderbilt, bats left, throws left, runs a 6'4", 760, and that time can actually improve, and I'll show you why here in a minute. He's 93 miles an hour from the outfield, and he has 103 exit velocity. Super, super twitchy, high energy play. Let's look at him swing. This is a smooth swing right here. This is actually one of his smoother BPs. But he's very quick and violent to the ball, but he's consistent, guys. So all of these guys, of course, have impressive numbers, impressive metrics, but they do it against good competition. So consistent performer, you'll see down here at the bottom bullet point, consistent performer against good competition. Sorry, I have it kind of cut off there. But bat is fluid, explosive, and powerful. So he's been seen to hit against some of the best pitchers in his class and hit really well, doubles, home runs, etc. from there. Just again, he's an electric player that can perform not only in BP and in the showcase style, pro style workouts, but in the game, which is most important. Let's watch his 60 here, how quick he is. The first thing off, his front foot should be behind his back foot to give himself some clearing lane. So this guy ran a 6.47 with a bad setup stance. So that back leg's got to come all the way across here, which takes time. Okay? You want, when you're running the 60, you want this foot over here to kind of give you that back lane, a clear lane this way. Watch how he runs. He's going to go around this way and then get in a line. That's too much time. All right? And I say too much time. He ran a 6.47. It's ridiculous. Okay? Here we go. Let's watch it. See how he comes back out? He's got to get back in line. Look how fast. I mean, that's quick trigger. That is God-gifted, just athleticism right there. So, guys, that overall is a class. We've looked at all the top performers at each position. I hope you guys took something away. Let me know if you have any questions about anything from performance, from development, and, of course, anything recruiting. And smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.